Hey everybody, how is it going today? Well, in this video, I'm going to go over some of the insane things that I see happening in the market. I'm going to give you my thoughts on them. And believe it or not, I actually do have a couple decent charts for you guys to look at for some opportunities in this crazy thing that we call the stock market. All right, well, of course, the first one I want to talk about is GameStop, ticker symbol GME, and this one is having a day for the ages. I still can't believe it when I look at it. Looking at today's range, it had a high of 483 and a low of 112.25, and this is still intraday, so those, who knows, those levels could be taken out on either side of this day. And I don't recall ever seeing a day this big. Even in the market collapses that we've had during like the financial crisis or in the tech bubble of 2000, I don't recall any stock ever having this much volatility in one day. I could be wrong, but this is just absolutely unprecedented as far as I'm concerned. And of course, this is all because of WSB running the price up on the shorts. You know, I haven't been in this stock, but some of the guys in the Patreon have been in this for a little while, and they've just been, you know, going bananas with this volatility that have had, and they've also been in AMC as well. Unfortunately, I didn't follow them into either one of those stocks because, you know, I'm old school. I figure things are going to move in a normal fashion, but apparently things have changed, and I might get left behind, but unbelievable. I mean, and then they somehow were able to shut down WSB because of hate speech, which is, I mean, you talk about the most politically correct thing you could do to shut somebody down with no questions asked because nobody wants to get on the other side of that argument if it's true. I mean, just the, you know, the perfect way to shut somebody down, but it looks like they are turning the table on everybody in the market. Let's jump over to AMC real quick. This video is, I swear this video is not going to be a total downer, but if any of you guys have been locked out of your account, because I've been hearing like some guys talking about they've been locked out of their account. I haven't been locked out of mine. I have Interactive Brokers and TradeStation, and I haven't been locked out, but what I did find was very interesting is I wanted to buy some options on some of the inverted ETFs just for some downside protection in case this leads to a domino effect, which I'm thinking it very well could. And Interactive Brokers would not let me buy call options on an inverse ETF today, and I don't understand that. I've done that a million times. I bought some other call options today, but they would not let me buy call options on some inverted ETFs. I just wanted to buy a little bit of downside protection, and it wouldn't let me do it. So if any of you guys have been locked out on anything, please let me know in the comments section because this is getting absolutely ridiculous if it's as bad as I think it is. But anyway, here's the chart on AMC. Just an absolute huge turnaround in AMC. I mean, the AMC's days range has been the high of 1650 and a low of 650, so a huge day. Nothing like GME, but absolutely crazy. Another one that has been a screamer that has absolutely turned around today is KOSS Corporation, ticker symbol KOSS. Look at the day's range on this one. A high of 127.45 and a low of 25 even. I mean, you know, let's go back to just GameStop real quick and go intraday just so we can appreciate the carnage. Let's go to the hourly chart, and looking at this chart, it came down perfectly just about to the 50-period simple moving average on the hourly chart, and it has reversed. I mean, who knows what this thing is going to end up at? And if we go to the 15-minute chart, you can really appreciate the run and the carnage that is happening. And this is how stocks crash. I mean, they come down so much faster than they go up. So if we do get into the market rolling over, make sure you stay tuned to the channel because I'm going to have a lot of trades that I can use to the downside. And if you guys, probably a lot of you guys aren't familiar with a down market because the market's been going up for so long. You know, I could help you guys trade those down markets a little bit. But let's actually get to some of the other stocks I want to talk about. Let's talk about SENS. This one has been super popular. This is the 15-minute chart. Let's go to the daily chart. And if you were looking at a time to get in on SENS from a technical perspective, with the way this market is going, I don't know if the technicals mean anything anymore. But from a technical perspective, it is sitting right on that 8-period exponential moving average as we speak. But, it could go crashing through it. But if this was a normal market environment, I would say this is a great time to be picking some up because chances are we could have had a decent upswing, but you never know. I mean, things could go back to normal tomorrow. Actually, I've been taking a little bit of risk off the table because if the market starts moving around as much as I think it does, I want to take some risk off the table so I can think a little bit clearer. When you have a lot of money on the table in the market, you're susceptible to all of those emotional swings as everybody else. If I dial back my risk, take most of my, or at least a good portion of my risk off the table, I find personally that I can think clearer, and it makes it easier for me to take advantage of market opportunities. Because if things start getting really volatile, which I think they will, there's going to be some bargains in the market. But SENS, from a technical perspective, still looks like a buy to me. But, who knows? I probably need to give it another day or so to see how it digests this information right here. Let's go to the 15-minute chart on it really quick. But looking at the 15-minute chart, I mean, there's no reason to think that this couldn't move back to the upside. You're getting that classic triangle consolidation, and it's probably going to put pressure on these trend lines here any day now. But in a normal market environment, I would be very optimistic about this one having another swing up. But you never know in this market the way it's going right now. All right, let's get to the next one. Some of the other guys in the Patreon group were in Sundial Growers, and this one had an absolutely ludicrous day. I mean, it just gapped up big, took off on a big run, and has since reversed all the way down to the support level. As you can see, it came all the way down to the 8-period exponential moving average. So I'm telling you got to use that moving average, even if you're just day trading. If something comes down to that average, there's a good chance of getting at least a small bounce off of it so you can make a nice little scalp during the day if you want. But Sundial Growers has come all the way back down to support, which is just ridiculous. So this type of day that we're having right now is either an unbelievable buying opportunity or the beginning of the end. Let me know in the comments section what you think it is. Do you think this is a buying opportunity, or do you think the market has made a shift and things are going to be headed down? But let's go to the 15-minute chart on Sundial Growers. And this chart is a little tough to see because of the huge day we had today. Let me try the hourly chart. Maybe we can see a little bit better. No, I guess not. I guess going to the 15-minute chart, we can sort of see it's coming down to support. This is really compressed for some reason. It's usually not that bad. There we go. Maybe that's a little bit better. But it's coming right down to the support area. It's actually came down to the 200-period simple moving average on the 15-minute chart, and that's coinciding with support. So that was a decent little bounce to the upside. If you were watching this as a day trade, you could have bought in right around 65, 66 cents pretty easy, and you'd be up a few percent right now. But Sundial Growers definitely had a bullish-looking chart. It still has a bullish-looking chart. Too bad it reversed the way it did today. But I think if things turn around back to the upside, SNDL has a very good chance of continuing its uptrend. But might need a day or so to see how the market digests all this information from today. Another one that I think looks really good is Barnes & Noble Group. And actually, this one had the breakout yesterday. I did the video on this before it was breaking out. It had a breakout after the video, and now it is pulling back to support as we speak. It's actually bouncing off of it just a little bit, but a very nice looking trend in Barnes & Noble. if it holds the support, I mean, it's a very good there's a very good chance this thing could be starting another leg to the upside because it's breaking out of this nice triangle consolidation. Let's go to the 15-minute chart. As we can see, this thing is coming right back down to that support level, and we can see it had the gap up today, but it has since sold off. So again, this is either a fantastic buying opportunity or it could be maybe a little bit of a bull trap. But we'll have to see in the next day or two to see how the market reacts to all the movement that is going on today. But I do think BNED, if the market turns around and we can get back going in an uptrend, BNED certainly looks like it could be continuing this trend up because this is a very healthy looking uptrend at the moment. Let's go to RIBT, Rice Brand Technologies. Believed I talked about this in a couple of videos ago. I think so. I know it was on my watch list. I can't remember if I brought it up or not, but I believe I did. Anyway, this one is still holding this 8-period exponential moving average. Actually, when I looked at this earlier for the video, it was up near the high of the day, so it had a very bullish looking candle. Of course, it's going to fluctuate because this is an intraday video. But if it can close near the high of the day, RIBT is a very bullish looking candle. You can see all the nice green accumulation bars coming in, and that's exactly what you need for the healthy uptrend. It's above all those moving averages, and they're all starting to hook to the upside. So RIBT, definitely worth putting on your watch list for a potential trade to the upside. Let's look at the next one, which is NTN. If you look at NTN, this one is coming out of a nice rounding bottom and starting to accelerate to the upside. And again, this one was higher when I looked at it earlier, but it's starting to pull back, but it's still holding that 8-period exponential moving average. This is probably one you probably don't want to jump into just yet. Had that super bullish day yesterday, and in a sense, selling off like a lot of stocks are doing right now. But I mean, if you go back in time just a little bit, all the way back to the midsummer, after it had that first big move up, had another huge up in August on massive volume, and it has been digesting this move and slowly starting to hook to the upside. Again, if the market continues to go higher, if it can break out of this little funk, get back above the 8-period exponential moving average and start to move higher, I think NTN could be a good bet for the next move up. Let's look at AXLA. I've been watching this one for a little bit, making a nice rounding bottom, and looks like it was putting pressure on this resistance area right around $6.10, but it's pulling back a little, but it's holding pretty strong, all things considered that are going on in the market. So AXLA Health Incorporated definitely looks like it could be a very nice looking chart breakout coming soon. So AXLA, we definitely want to keep an eye on. Last one I want to talk about is RIOT. RIOT is not making one of those saucer patterns I like to look at. It made it back here when I talked about it in one of my old videos before it took off. But as of right now, it is looking like it's trying to break out of this downtrend. This looks kind of like a bullish flag. Let me go a little intraday, get a better look at this consolidation. But we can see, looks like it's trying to break that downtrend line. It is a little bit of a descending wedge, which of course is a bullish formation. But if this market starts to turn around, I'm guessing that's probably going to feed the crypto market to the upside. And of course, that is good news for RIOT blockchain. So this could be another way to play the downside in the market if you're looking for a hedge of your portfolio and you're like me and you can't buy call options on an inverse ETF for some reason. I'd love to know why. I tried to call them, but I was just on hold. Felt like I was going to be on hold till doomsday, so I just hung up. But RIOT blockchain looking super bullish right now. Looks like it is breaking out of this downtrend and could offer us some downside protection if the market does pull back, because I would expect cryptocurrencies to do better if the market does go into a correction, and probably the precious metals as usual, gold and silver. But let me look at the QQQ before I get out of here. And the QQQ has broken back above the 8-period exponential moving average. So although we had this down day yesterday, it's looking like it's trying to get going in the right direction. So at this point, I honestly don't know where the market is going to go. Judging by these last 2 days, it looks like it could go anywhere. But if you back out the chart a little bit, you can notice that a lot of the intermediate highs, they come in with this shooting star type of candle like it had a few days ago. I mean, if we go back to early September, you can see the very same thing happen before we had a little bit of a pullback before it got back over the 8-period exponential moving average just before October. And so who knows how much of a pullback we're going to get. It could be over already, but a lot of these tops in the Qs tend to come in with a little bit of these, it's like kind of like a bullish hammer shooting star type formation. So this is concerning for me right now. That's one of the reasons I wanted to buy a little bit of downside protection, because in case we had a decent sized pullback like we had in September, I'd like to make some money on that downside. But those are my thoughts on the market. Let me know in the comments section, again, what problems you guys were having today, and what are your thoughts on this market going forward? Do you think this is just a blip, or do you think perhaps some of the losses that these companies were having on the short side is forcing them to unload some of their other positions to cover those losses? Because that's what I was kind of thinking about. With these hedge funds losing so much money on these shorts, they were probably either being forced or considering selling off some of their better positions to cover those losses, which of course could have a domino effect on the market. But let me know your thoughts, guys. Leave them down there in the comments section. I will get back to you as soon as I can. And good luck in this trading environment, and stay tuned. I'll try to keep you guys posted on how the market is moving around and give you my thoughts. But yeah, that's all I have for this one, guys. All right, guys, well, that's all I have for this one. But if you have any questions or comments on any of these stocks, please don't hesitate to leave them down there in the comment section, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Please hit the like button if you enjoyed the content, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already so you don't miss any future trading opportunities. Thank you so much for watching my video all the way to the end, and until next time, take care, everybody.